What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Another day, another episode, and more eBay stuff, right? So, we talked last week about the impressions, not the impressions I make on people, the impressions that eBay is giving me. So, I'm going to pull up June 10th through today. Okay, so June 10th, that's the day we did all the ending, or I did all the ending of the listings. So, you look at my impressions. They went down. They were staying around 180, 190. And then we kind of started to bump up here about the beginning of July, getting into the 200s, right? Then it went down one day, 197 from 223 or 232. It's a pretty big jump. Goes back up, gets up to 246 last Sunday, and then it goes down to 166,000. So today I called eBay because I haven't rebounded. The highest I've gotten was that day, 166,000 impressions on Monday, July 7th. So last week, actually last 8 days, because today I'm only at 75,000 impressions. So I call eBay and I'm like, hey, what's going on? The other thing that's weird is like I sold 13 on Friday and 2 on Saturday. Now I know eBay has its ups and downs and all that, and you just look for the average, but something going on with the traffic, and I don't know. I think something's going on. So was on hold. They sent me over to the person that's supposed to know what's going on, and she's like, we got to have people look at it on the back end, and they're gonna send you an email within 24 to 72 hours because something doesn't look right. So we'll see if I get an email. If not, I'm gonna call back and I'll call back Friday. Um, but it just doesn't seem. It's like before last November when I went from 1.5 million down to basically 300,000 impressions. And I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't list less. I didn't have a bunch of negative feedback. I didn't have defects, cases closed without a resolution. I had nothing. I mean, there's nothing. I don't have late shipments. Nothing has changed. I mean, now things have changed because we did that, taking all those items off, but we did that a month ago and the traffic was affected the very next day, which that makes sense. But this doesn't make sense. So if no one can explain this to me, that's kind of scary because you should know what's going on with your own damn website, right? Like they should know why like they should say, okay, well, yeah, your traffic's down because the traffic's down across the site because of XYZ. I don't know. So let's look at something here. I'm curious. July 19th, 124,000 impressions. June 19th, 168,000 impressions. So it wasn't like it's a slow time of the month, right? I don't I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I really don't. So I'll be curious. There is a cheat code that you can do. Maybe I shouldn't tell you this. Let's go. Well, we only need one item on Terapeak. Men's button-up shirt. The last year. Okay. See, here's a. What the heck? Here's an error in their data right from the start. So I'm looking at men's button-up shirt for the last year. No other filters. So they do this by. Okay. So the average sold price on August 8th of last year was $23.15. August 15th, $259. August 22nd, to $22.96. So there was an error there that they've never fixed. But what you do is you see how many button-up shirts. See, when was our error or our traffic down? Excuse me, started on the 17th. So now you look at the numbers for July 17th, they're down a little bit compared to the high. So it's not like, boy, they're really down today. Okay, so here's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a bar graph, right? And the bar graph is telling me how many sold on a specific date. I think this is just for that day. So when you do it for a year, they can't show you every single day on the graph. Well, they could, but it'd be so small. So they show you every one day out of the week. And so I'm looking at, let's see. So if you look at June 19th, 41,890 sold. Then it goes up to 42,000 for June 26th, 43,000 for July 3rd. July 10th, 40,000. July 17th, 41,000. Today, 3,000. Is that an error? Their numbers haven't updated yet. I don't know. But what my point is so like this 3,000 for today. So maybe that means traffic is down on the site. There's an error on the site in reporting. I'm wondering if it's an eBay issue is what I'm getting at. Is it affecting site-wide? I heard from several people in the group that they're having low traffic. So, oops, shaking the table again. When a lot of people say that, it makes you tend to believe that, okay, you haven't done something on your end. It's site-wide. Something's wrong with eBay. Like the reporting is wrong. You're getting the normal amount of traffic. It's just there's an error in reporting. Because I've had it in the other, I've had like 50% more traffic for 2 days. And I'm like, what the heck? But the sales haven't gone up. And then they fixed it. They come back and fix it later, like a week, 2 weeks later. But this has been going on for a week. So I'm not 100% sure what the issue is, but I'm hoping they'll have some answers. So when they call me, and this is the thing that's cheesy, they're like, look for an email. Why doesn't someone just call me? I don't want a freaking email. Yeah, I'm looking right now to see if they emailed me. By the way, I'm looking for boxes and actually found them for about 75% of the price. You can buy them for them on Amazon. So don't believe that Amazon is always the cheapest. No, I have no emails other than the how did we do email. How'd you do? Fix my problem and I'll tell you you did great. I went to the thrift today. I wanted to see if I could find two really good items because in one of my videos, was that last week? Eeh. Um, um, I think it was last week or the week before. I had this jacket and I'm pulling it up right now so I can tell you the exact date I listed it, and then we'll all know. Anyways, I had this. It was a green puffer jacket, really good brand. The comps were between 125 and 125 and 250. I listed it on the 21st. It went live on the 21st, so I showed it to you guys last week. So it went live on Friday. I got, I don't know, 3 or 4 offers. No, this is the wrong item. This is the wrong item. I'm sorry. I clicked on the right item, and then it showed me a different item. Thank you, eBay. July 14th is when I started it. Yeah, so I was going to say I got a couple offers on it. So it had been listed for, it sold yesterday, 9 days. Prices were 125 to 250. There were only like 4 comps. Mine wasn't the best. It had a few spots on the front. But we sold it over the weekend. I sold it yesterday for 90 bucks. So if once a week you could sell an item like that, that really helps your ASP and the money and all that stuff. So I'm like, let me go to the thrift. Let me see if I can find 2 items that, excuse me. Oh, goodness. And I shipped it with the new Ground Advantage versus UPS. And it went across the country to Maine. And it was about What did he pay? Less than $10. With UPS, it would have been like probably $13 to $15. So I think Ground Advantage, it might be slower, but it's definitely cheaper. And I like it because then I don't have to go to UPS. I can take everything to the post office. So my thought in my head was, well, let me go see if I can find 2 more items like this. So I went to the thrift and I found one item that's it's going to list between $25 and $30. I found another item that's probably going to list between $30 and $40. It's another coat. The other one's a little zip up. So I don't know. It was successful. I passed through a lot of stuff. It's really, I don't know if weird is the right word to use, but when you go to the thrift and you don't walk out with freaking 100 items, you just walk out with 2 items. It's like, wow, I only spent $12 or $10 or whatever it was. It's really weird, but I also don't want to have items sitting in the store. We're up to 3,200 listings already. It's a lot of stuff just sitting here, just hanging out with me every day. I like hanging out with people, but I don't want to be hanging out with these clothes. So all we can do is keep working at it, keep getting better. Like I said, I think it's gonna work, but it's gonna take some time. This traffic issue kind of scares me because last time this happened, like I said, they couldn't explain it to me. And I've talked to over the last 3, 4, 5 months, I've talked to like 8 different reps or something about it, 6 different reps about it. Sure looks weird. Yeah, we're not sure. List more items, promote them, do the advance, give us more money. It's like, no, no, I don't think, I don't think so. So anyway, you just got to find a good strategy on here, whether it's selling items for cheap and you sell a lot of items, or you sell items like $20 profit, so it's listed for around 30. Is that still a cheap item? I don't know. I consider a cheap item like 10 to 15 bucks. So yeah, you just got to find what works for you. Right now, we're kind of crossing over. Um, and it also depends on what you can find, right? Like if you can source items that are $30 or $20 profit, excuse me, yeah, you're gonna do that all day long. Dang it, keep forgetting camera shake. You're gonna do that all day long. But if you can only find an item that gets you 10, you're gonna buy the $10 profit item until you can figure out how to get, to the higher profit items. And I was talking to my business partner yesterday for like 2 hours about this kind of stuff, and we've got different plans, things we're working on as far as finding a better way to source to get items cheaper and to get a better item. So, that's what everyone wants, right? That's 2 hard things to achieve. Not impossible. I mean, there's so much clothing out there. It's just, it takes hard work to get there. So, um, yeah, I went to I think I mentioned this. There was a multifamily sale I went to over the weekend. I mean, it was a good sale. It wasn't good for clothing. There was some clothing. I bought 5 items. Um, I spent $15. Yeah, they're a little more than I wanted to pay, but they're worth. Oh, they're sitting right over there. Oh no, they're hanging up now. Oh, where the heck are they? Oh, they're behind me. They're worth. I would say they're worth like 25 and up. So if I make $100 for spending 15, I don't think any of us are gonna complain. What is that? If I made $100, so that'd be 85 off 5 items. That would be 23, 14 change per item profit. Is that right? Is that right? 85 divided by 5 is 17. Wow, I failed there. Yeah, because you carry the 3, it's 35. So 7 times 5 is 35. Yeah, so $17 an item. I don't think anyone's gonna be mad if they make $17 profit. That's net profit per item. So anyway, that's the latest from here. I'm gonna live stream on Thursday at, hold on, I gotta think. So I'll be at the post office at 2, come back, it'll be 2:30. So 1:30 Pacific, I'm gonna live stream on Thursday. And I'll do a video on Wednesday just to kind of remind everyone. I don't know if anyone's gonna join. I have no idea, but I think it'd be kind of cool to live stream. So we're gonna try it out. I'll probably do it for like an hour or something. If there's a bunch of people, I'll keep going. I was gonna do it on Friday, but Friday is the big list party with Chris. So people are gonna watch that instead of me. I'm not gonna compete with Chris. So yeah, I'll do it on Thursday. And that's all I have for now. So get listing and we'll see you next time. Take care.